start school in this 1 year. Oh, my father should really leave that job. You sighed after taking out the lollipop from your mouth, and again you put it back and took steps, putting your hoodie. Hey, did you hear that our heartthrob Jungkook punching Jack harshly? Let's go guys, it will be so fun to watch. Leah and her friends running inside the school where she hit your shoulder but she didn't say sorry and went forward. Aish, this rude girl, one day I'll give her a punch. You mumbled with lollipop and went inside while rubbing your shoulder. Jungkook, Jungkook, Jungkook. They all were screaming Jungkook's name as the fight was going on between school heartthrob and a school bad boy. Yeah, Jack, today you will in my hand. How dare you comment about me? He was punching in Jack's stomach by sitting on his stomach where Jack laid on the floor. Yeah, Jungkook, I will not leave you. I'm not scared of you. He was trying to Jungkook but he couldn't as Jungkook blocked both hands of Jack with his legs. Everybody was just staring instead of doing anything because they all knew what kind of a bad person Jack was. Even school management didn't do anything because they also want someone to teach lesson to Jack, who was proud by seeing his money. And the same way they scared of Jungkook as he was a son of the school trustee and also son of big businessman in the country. Whenever they fight, only families deal with this because both families scolds their son and remain silent to save their reputation in the society. What is this nonsense? You looked at the crowd who stood either sides of the way, but you didn't bother to stop and walk towards Jungkook. Such shameless guys. Don't know other than fighting. You said these words in a low tone where Jungkook couldn't hear enough as he stood in front of them, but you gave them that one look and passed from there to go to principal room. Shameless guys? Yeah, who said that? He didn't saw you as he lost in fighting with Jack but saw your shoes and heard your words. Later, as the classes were began, all went to their classes along with Jungkook and Jack. Hey guys, today we are having new girl in our class. She transferred from another school. So she will be sitting by my side. Don't try to make her friends with you, understand? She was that kind of girl who loves to be friends with every student. That's why no one opposes her. New girl? She must be the one who called me shameless. Today she will get her lesson. He hit the bench and was waiting for you curiously by looking at the entrance of the classroom, as he knew that current students would not dare to say that to him. The science teacher entered the class and started to speak. Good morning students. Today we have a new student to our class. Ryan, come inside. You came inside the class as your teacher asked and stood in front of the board waiting for your teacher to say, take your seat. Students, she is Ryan. Ryan, introduce you to the class. They are good students, don't worry. Good morning class. You greeted them coldly after lifting your head up. That's when Jungkook couldn't blink his eyes after seeing you. His anger flew away just within flip seconds. Okay, Ryan, you can sit next to Ria. He said that only the place was empty, and for Jungkook's luck, it was beside his bench. So, as he said, you sat beside Ria. Hi, Ryan, I'm Ria. You can ask me anything. I'm ready to help you, okay? She said in a friendly manner, but as a cold person like you don't get with another person that easily. So, you remained silent without greeting her back. Hey Ryan, he was calling you with a low tone. At first you let go, but when you understood it was from your left side, you turned at him. You looked at him silently without speaking or gesturing him, but then he showed you the book writing "Say sorry" to him. You call me the shameless guy, so say sorry, he whispered where you could hear him. So what? Saying sorry to you? You smirked at him and showed your middle finger to him where he annoyed and glared at you. What the hell, you stupid girl, I will show what I am to you. He thought to himself, gritting his teeth at you and cursed you for being that typical girl. As it was a lunch break, you and Ria came to the canteen. Even though you don't want to go with her, you went as she insisted you. You don't like hurting someone easily by your actions which don't cost at all. Have food, Ryan. This will be delicious. Our school food is very good compared to other schools, you know. She was talking non-stop without giving a gap to take breath. As a less patient girl, you were bearing her with all your energy. Yeah, Ryan. While you were having lunch, Jungkook came near you and called you by pulling your hair. Ah, this shameless guy. You sighed, closing your eyes, and got up, where aggression can be clearly seen on your face. Yeah, what do you think of yourself? Calling me shameless guy and showing your middle finger to me? What do you think of your actions? Do you know who I am? You and Jungkook stood facing each other where anger can be seen on both of your faces. Yes, I would call because you guys treated the school as some boxing court. You made a mistake and asked me to say sorry. I'm not someone scared of a person like you who think of themselves as some heroes. So just get lost. Your words pissed him more where you both were bickering in the canteen. Stop it, guys. Have you guys gone mad? We are in the canteen. She shouted at you both with that you both stopped and stood silent. Can't you guys allow others to have their meal peacefully? Jungkook, whatever happened is happened. Don't create any scene here. And Ryan, from next you don't involve in his matters. She said loudly where she was gasping heavily. Jungkook only hears to Rhea now. You also started hearing her. Fine then, don't get involved in my matters. He warned you and left from there, glaring at you as you also glared at him in return. In this whole school, Jungkook only listens to Rhea because she shares a bond with him. Wine, don't get involved with him, okay? Also, this is your first time hearing to someone that to completely new person. Without your knowledge, you started doing friendship with Rhea, but as you are a cold person, you don't talk much except listening to her. From next day, Rhea and you started your friendship, where you and Jungkook fights a lot, but stops when Rhea shouts at you both. Even though Jungkook attracted to your personality, sometimes it is annoying for him when you fight back. One fine day, class was going on, but Rhea's concentration was on her phone. You noticed her hands were shivering, so to know her problem, you asked her, "What happened to you, Rhea? What is there on the phone?" Nothing, Ryan. You noticed her voice was shaky, which came out as she scared of something. As you doubted fishy, you snatched her mobile and checked it. What is this? Why didn't you tell me when this idiot is bothering you? Actually, she was bothering by a guy who threatened her to love him. He was another school guy. As she said not to him, he started blackmailing with her, but those were edited with I don't want to trouble anyone, Ryan. Tears built up in her eyes. Maybe someone, but I'm your friend. Don't worry, I will take care of him. I will teach a lesson to this. That day evening you went to Ria's house as she invited you. Actually, you complained about that guy and got him arrested. Now you were in front of Ria's house. To go inside, you rang the doorbell, but someone unexpected opened it. You? What are you doing here? Your eyes widened as soon as you saw Jungkook in Ria's house. Calm down, Ryan. First come inside. He answered you in a polite way, where you were still in shock. You directly went inside as he showed the way. Hi, Ryan. Thanks for coming. She hugged you as soon as she saw you inside of her house. First, tell me this, what is he doing here? You asked while looking at Jungkook, who was nodding his head at Rhea as he was saying okay to her questions, which was gestured with her eyes. Actually, he is my brother Ryan. You were shocked, where your eyes and mouth widened with the shock she given. What? Is this aggressive Heartthrob your brother? You couldn't believe what she said about him. Yes, Ryan, actually my mother and his father married recently as their both partners left this world. Did this marriage as they have a right to be happy and start a new life. But I'm embarrassed about our school student, that's why we hid it. It's shocking news but reasonable. Now I understand. That's why he always listens to you when he gets angry. Now it makes sense. You said, nodding your head up and down. Please don't tell anyone about this secret. I trust you. That's why I invited you after being friends for these many months. And thank you for saving me from that. She thanked you, holding your both hands as she was so grateful for the help you did to her. I'm not that kind of person, and also I hate those who betrays their friends or anyone for their own use of fun. Don't thank me, Ria. After all, we are friends. Whole conversation was observing by Jungkook, who stood aside silently as he was impressed by you. Ryan, thank you so much for saving my sister. You handled it very bravely. Shall we be friends? He also thanked you and extended his hand forward. At first you hesitated, but somewhere you were attracted to him. That's made you shook your hand with him. Okay, Mr. Heartthrob Jungkook. Sometimes you even forget about being cold when he is around you. That's great. On this happy occasion, I will bring some drinks for us. Meanwhile, Jungkook, why don't you show her this house? Your room, man. She said last words pressing as if she was saying about his room. Yeah, Ryan, let's go. I will show you the house. You frowned at them and followed Jungkook. You saw his house and finally came to his room to see. Your house is so good, Jungkook, such a rich family. By the way, this is your room, right? You asked him while observing every inch of his room. Yes, it's my room. Do you like it? Great taste of colors. It's so neat and good. I didn't know boys would keep their room this much beautiful. I really like this room, Jungkook, you said, smiling while touching the wall art. If you say yes, then we can live here after our marriage. Finally, he said the words which he wanted to say, but you quickly turned at him as you were shocked. What did you say? You asked again. Actually, I love you, Ryan. At first sight, I fell in love with you, but things got up and made us behave like enemies. As I don't want to waste time, I'm saying I really love you. What? Is it true? You couldn't believe what was happening. It's fine. Even Ria also knew about it. If you also feel the same for me, then meet me tomorrow at our school rooftop during lunch break. He put the ring box in your hand, but you couldn't digest what was happening. So you quickly left his house holding the ring box. Ria, I'm leaving. We'll meet you tomorrow. She came inside the room with drinks, but you left without saying anything to Jungkook. From the situation, Ria understood what was happened. Hope for the best, Jungkook. She patted on his shoulder. Next day, during lunch break, Jungkook was waiting for you on the rooftop. What's gonna happen? Will she accept me or not? Jungkook. Until then, he was walking back and forth on the rooftop. As soon as he heard your voice, he stood frozen and looked at you. After thinking a lot at night, I realized that I also have feelings for you. I think I'm in love with you. With your confession, he was flying in the cloud nine. Is it true? You really love me? You can see the happiness on his face. Even though many girls running behind him, his eyes only stopped near you. His heart only wanted you. Yes, I love you. See this ring. You showed the ring which he gifted. After seeing it, he quickly came near you and hugged you tightly. Thank you so much, Wine. I love you too. You both hugged for a while as you guys felt warmth in each other's embrace.